I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. I had to buy Fart in a can already last year, but I was waiting for this opportunity to start a video with it. Hello and welcome to the punk vinyl tag, Dr. October style. I hope you're all doing well. As always, this punk tag was put together by the one and only great Tommy's Vinyl Note, and any self-respecting vinyl community contributor or channel should and will jump on this tag. Yeah, that's basically all that I have to say. There's a couple of questions that I have taken the liberty of replacing with my own, or prompts, rather than questions. So without further diddle-daddling, without further delay, let's just begin. So, punk vinyl tag 2026. All right, so the first prompt is last record, punk record you bought in 2025. I got lucky and I found the Razzia sophomore album Elämän Syke, Pulse of Life or Beat of Life on the original Johanna label, and it's in a VG, strong VG to VG plus condition. And yeah, very stoked. My favorite Finnish punk band. I didn't think through where I'm gonna put things. Put them there. As I was saying, so my favorite Finnish punk band, complete with insert and so forth. So I paid €50 for this, which is not bad because Razzia doesn't come in the wild too often, originals especially. Medium price seems to be online or in the $50 realm, so I thought I'd grab it, save the postage. All right, and then the first punk record you listen to get the year in the right direction. Well, truthfully, the first punk record that I listened once I got back home from holidays was this Razzia, Elämän Syke record, from beginning to end. So it's kind of, I thought it's a cop-out if I just show that record, but another candidate though, which is a good year starter, I say, Husker Du, New Day Rising. I'm lucky to own an original US copy of this. Two, in fact, because one of them has a scratch on a couple of songs, so I replaced it with another playable US original. Husker Du, New Day Rising. The next one was tough. It was a hard pick between two records. The most ferocious, no compromise punk release of 2025. I have to go with Science Man, Monarch Joy, Canadian one-man band, at least originally. I think he has different people on the records. This is so much more than just ferocious hardcore punk. There is definitely that. The singing, the vocals are just fucking nail on, distorted but not too much, and production and the sound and songwriting is superb. Let me show the inserts. It's kind of a little insert. Yeah, Science Man from Canada. Pure joy to listen from beginning to the end. It's really that diverse in a way, and also, yeah, it's one of my favorite records. I just got this recently. Shout out to Mike Uncommon Pallor. I'm planning to make a VCLT video of his stuff. This was one of them that he sent me. I had been streaming this last year some, but now that I got it, I've been already listening it like stupid. All right, moving on. Your dirtiest, meanest, drunkest, or just another record find of 2025. Where did I put it? Organizing stuff in the middle. For that, I chose the split with Drunken Orgy of Destruction, and the flip side, Recension. Also Canadian, if I remember well. Pure grindcore, hardcore punk. And I thought this is fitting for the prompt. Drunken Orgy of Destruction. Okay, show a punk record straight out of 1986. Misfits Legacy of Brutality. I'm a little bit tired today, but I want to do this before it's... Anyway, this is the repress from 1986. I don't know if it originally came out of in 86, but this is nevertheless the second pressing of it. Show a proto-punk or post-punk record. This is a band from Australia, or is it New Zealand? This is the UK pressing of, this is not technically, I guess, a reissue, but this is the UK version, pressing of Vampire, What Seems Forever Can Be Broken. This is kind of crusty punk with some hardcore punk in it, but also plenty of post-punk vibe. But like post-punk again, that term covers so much. But anyways, I decided to go with this. This is a fantastic record. Might as well show quickly the insert that came on this. Nice lyrics with a poster side. Came with a catalog, the merch stuff, and a sticker. Focus. Show the 26th punk record on my shelf. That would be All's Problematic. This is original to 2000 US pressing. All is one of my favorite bands. I love me some All. An unpopular opinion, All is better than Descendants. I don't care what that fat Mike says. Show punk LP with exactly 5 songs on it. I had to go to a tape to find this. This was maybe the hardest thing to find in my collection. I was surprised how few releases I have that have only 5 songs, but I found one on the tape, and that is the Buffer Live and Die in the City demo from 2022. And then again, a Canadian powerhouse of kind of riffing punk, hardcore punk even a little bit. But yeah, 5 songs, and the program repeats on both sides. Show a set list or some debris from a gig. I showed this 7-inch on the 7-inch vinyl tag that Chris from Record Talk had put out, but I'll show it again. And that is a Dead Bob No Fun single, which I purchased in Budapest on their tour gig there. So I grabbed from their stage their set list. Show a lathe cut or a flexi disc. That was also something I have shown my 2 flexi discs on another Tommy Vinyl Notes tags. I remember that much. But I did get this. This is one that I haven't shown. And I got this last year from Darek. Shout out to Darek at Scarecrow Records. He gave me this. I bought some records, pile of records. He gave me a freebie. And this is this Charger. I actually haven't read into this. Where is this from? But it's kind of like Motorhead influenced. You know, that kind of rock and roll. Show support for your local punk scene. Okay. We'll go back to tape, and I have to cheat here to read the names, but let's first get a focused picture of the album cover. There we go. Pay no more than €6.66. This is a compilation tape of 2 Greek bands, and they are all covers. So A-side and 1/3 of the B-side is the band Horis Ikto, which means pitiless, and it's really cool, well-recorded stomping punk. And let's see some of the covers, what they are playing here. There was Discharge, GBH, TSOL, Poison Idea, you get the gist. And then, but maybe my favorite is the other band, which is Paroxysmos, which means frenzied. And that's more in the crust punk vein, more metallic stuff, but still really good. And they also cover some punk songs on it, and mostly actually Greek bands that they're covering. So none of the songs I recognize on the Paroxysmos band. Anyways, that's a cool Athenian compilation. I believe it's Athenian. We're at prompt 12. Show a bootleg record. My bootleg record shall be Black Flag Slip It In don't have to say much, so I can go quickly to the next prompt. But I got this last year. It's a pretty decent bootleg. The originals I'm not willing to pay for the price they usually are out there. And yeah, just normal labels there. A punk soul we lost in 2025. Well, this is arguably, yeah, fuck it. I think he played in the Jam. Rick Buckler, the drummer of the Jam. There he is. This is his band after post the Jam. Time UK, and I always want to hype this single when I can. This is not punk rock anymore. This is power pop, new wavy power pop, 100%. But this is a really good single, minus the free single, which is just some babbling. R.I.P. Rick Buckler, the first Jam, and the second one maybe also. Definitely punk records in my book. A song that sounds like it wants to start a revolution. I'm going with the Delco Motherfuckers, 100% complete and total motherfuckers. This is a fantastic frenzy hardcore punk record, and I'm gonna pick the song. Take a number and get the fucking line. Prepare yourself for the march of the Evans. Show a punk record featuring World War II imagery. The X, the wonderful band from Netherlands. History is what's happening. How relevant is this? Yeah, we see some SS generals there, and I think those are soldiers playing in a... Yeah, I don't even want to... Yeah. Anyways, there's some World War II imagery for you. Punk record stuffed with clichés. This can tick a few of those boxes. This is another Greek band from Athens, Pirkata Voulisi. Let me take it again. Pirkata Voulisi, which means fire at will. This is the first pressing. They made a reissue of this. This is one of my favorite modern Athenian hardcore punk bands. There's some cliches. There's Graveyard, fucking nukes, poor punk soul holding on his dear life on that nuke. Boots and everything, you know, leather jacket, etc., etc. Show a record you trust to babysit your houseplants. This is also one quite recent final finds from Greece. I think a locust apportion technician will do just fine watching my houseplants, which are not many. Got it for $20. Like I said, Greek pressing, but I have no complaints. Really glad to grab that. Now we get to a replacement question, because my opinion about AI and machines doing artistic stuff, it's the same like everyone who's done a response video to this tag. So I'll just replace this question. Show a punk box set, and I will show this Husker Du, The Miracle Years, that came last fall, and it's a great 4-record box set with a book. It's the Numero group that did also the Savage Young Do a few years back, and yeah, this is the black vinyl version. And I have to say that the bootleg, the second double LP, the bootlegs it's a bit hit or miss. Yeah, I could have lived without that second gatefold. But anyways, as a Husker Du fan, I had to have it. And also I'm gonna replace the next question, which is like, why originally was like, show a punk record you'd hand to an alien to explain why humans lost hope, and I just couldn't get, you know, whatever. And I just, without thinking too much, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just show my favorite reissue of 2025 instead, and that is Liquid's Hot Licks Revenge. This came originally in 2018, and this is the Drunken Sailor reissue from last year. These are all, I think, 4-track recordings of Matt. Yeah, really, really cool lo-fi, angry basement punk rock. Lyrics insert. And lastly, if you started a DIY punk label, what would its name be? I didn't really think of that also, but before filming I thought, hey, this has names for the farts, so I'm sure I can pick a good name from here. Okay, Silent but Deadly. Oh, One Too Far Records. Okay, there you have. One Too Far Records. All right, that was it. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Tommy, for the punk tag as always. It was your 5th year in a row. That's something, man. Time flies. Yeah. On that note, I hope everyone has a great week. Take it easy. Bye.